Is this just more fear-mongering, or should we be concerned about the recent rise in norovirus cases? That's the question many are asking given the recent surge in norovirus cases, particularly in the Northeast. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the region has been seeing over 13% of norovirus tests coming back positive, on average, since late January. This marks the highest rate since April of the previous year. While this is higher than any other part of the US right now, it is actually lower than the region's rate at this time last year. It's also worth noting that norovirus is somewhat seasonal, with cases occurring most frequently in cold months. Nationally, norovirus positivity rates have been hovering between 10% and 12.5% since early January. Western states have been hit the second hardest, with a 3-week positivity rate of 12%. With such a significant increase in cases, it's no wonder people are asking if this is cause for concern. But to truly understand the concern, we must first understand what norovirus is. Norovirus is a highly contagious virus that typically causes gastrointestinal symptoms like vomiting, nausea, diarrhea, and stomach pain. Some people may also experience mild fever and aches. You may have heard it referred to as the stomach flu, but let's be clear, it's not related to influenza. This pesky virus spreads easily on hands and surfaces. Just a few particles are enough to make someone sick, and those with the illness shed billions of virus particles in their stool and vomit. It's stubborn too, lingering on objects and surfaces for days or even weeks, ready to infect the next unsuspecting person. And here's the kicker. An infected person can still transmit norovirus even after they start feeling better, potentially for up to 2 weeks. Now let's talk about food. Norovirus is often dubbed as food poisoning because it can spread via contaminated food. This is why it's the leading cause of foodborne illness in the country. Food can become tainted if fruits or vegetables are grown or washed in contaminated water. Recently, the FDA advised against selling or eating some oysters from Baja California and Sonora, Mexico, due to a potential norovirus threat. Norovirus is not just a simple stomach bug, it's a highly contagious virus that can wreak havoc on communities. But how often do we really see norovirus outbreaks, and what can we do about it? Outbreaks are frequent, especially during colder months. Remember the North Carolina sushi restaurant incident? Over 200 people fell ill. Unfortunately, there's no treatment for norovirus yet, but don't panic. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention advises drinking ample fluids to prevent dehydration. While we cannot treat norovirus, we can take steps to prevent dehydration and slow the spread of the virus.